Hello everyone. Welcome to another episode of Around the World. For centuries, the sands of the Middle East have witnessed a delicate interplay of conflict and peace. The Gaza Strip, a symbol of struggle and tragedy, now stands at a historic crossroads. The ceasefire between Israel and Hamas aims to redirect decades-old hostility towards a new path. This agreement is not just an effort to bridge the gap between two adversaries, but also a message of hope for the entire world. However, the question remains, will this ceasefire remain confined to paper, or will it truly bring change on the ground? The balance of power between Israel and Hamas is also a test for global powers like the US, Qatar, and Iran. Will this step lay the foundation for regional stability, or will the wounds of the past resurface? Only time will tell whether this agreement marks a turning point in the history or yet another repetition of an old story. We will explore answers to these questions in this episode, but first let's briefly understand the background of the Israel-Hamas conflict. So, let's begin the discussion. The history of the Israel-Palestine conflict dates back almost a century. In 1917, the Balfour Declaration supported the establishment of a Jewish national home in Palestine. Subsequently, in 1947, the United Nations proposed partitioning Palestine, which was rejected by the Palestinians. The 1948 war saw Israel emerge victorious, leading to the mass displacement of Palestinians. Since then, the region has remained embroiled in disputes. The Gaza Strip, home to over 2.3 million Palestinians, is at the center of this conflict. Spanning 41 kilometers in length and 6 to 12 kilometers in width, it is one of the most densely populated areas in the world. Hamas, established in 1987, seeks to establish Islamic rule. It is one of the two main political parties in the Palestinian territories and controls the Gaza Strip. Hamas receives support from Iran, which provides financial aid and weapons. However, many countries, including the US, the European Union, and India, have designated it as a terrorist organization. Recent reports suggest that Hamas has accepted a draft agreement for a ceasefire and the release of dozens of hostages in the Gaza Strip. US and Qatari mediators have indicated that Israel and the Palestinian militant group are closer than ever to signing an agreement to end the 15-month-long war. Amid the struggles in Gaza, this agreement has sparked a ray of hope. Supported by US President Joe Biden and the UN Security Council, the ceasefire agreement will follow three phases, aiming to end a decade-long violent conflict. The first phase will be the most critical. Over 6 weeks, Hamas will release 33 hostages, including women, children, the elderly, and the injured. In response, Israel has agreed to release 50 Palestinian prisoners, some serving life sentences. During this 42-day initial phase, Israeli forces will withdraw from population centers, Palestinians will be allowed to return to their homes in northern Gaza, and the humanitarian aid will increase, with approximately 600 trucks arriving daily. Negotiations on the second phase will take place during the first phase. However, the agreement does not include a written guarantee that the ceasefire will continue until a final resolution is reached, leaving the possibility of Israel resuming military operations after the first phase. In the third phase, the remaining hostages' bodies will be returned under international supervision in exchange for a 3 to 5 year reconstruction plan for Gaza. Qatar played a crucial role in this agreement. Its neutrality and diplomatic influence helped facilitate dialogue between Israel and Hamas. The agreement includes halting airstrikes, ensuring access to humanitarian aid, and exchanging prisoners. This step is considered significant for regional stability. The ceasefire could impact regional power dynamics. Israel is known for its military capabilities and technological edge and is a close ally of the US. Hamas, on the other hand, is supported by Iran and other regional powers. The US has welcomed this agreement as a positive step towards regional stability but must ensure that the ceasefire is sustainable and promotes peace in the region. Iran, however, views this agreement with skepticism. Maintaining influence in Gaza remains a strategic priority for Iran. The ceasefire is expected to provide temporary relief from the humanitarian crisis in Gaza, easing Israel's blockade and allowing essential supplies could improve Gaza's economy and basic services. However, these benefits may not be permanent if the ceasefire is not upheld and violence resumes. The success of this agreement depends on mutual trust between the parties. Ceasefire violations are common and can weaken the process. The ceasefire raises hopes for resolving the Israel-Palestine dispute. However, Issues such as land disputes, the status of religious sites, and the two-state solution remain unresolved. Addressing these problems is essential for lasting peace. Both sides must establish dialogue addressing their legitimate concerns and needs. Simultaneously, the international community must ensure economic and diplomatic support. Long-term strategies and extensive efforts are required to make this sustainable. While this agreement is a significant step towards peace, its foundation remains fragile. Each party has its conditions and apprehensions. Only time will tell whether the ceasefire becomes a turning point in history or another failed attempt. Yet, amid the dusty streets of Gaza, the ceasefire has sparked a faint glimmer of hope. So viewers, we conclude this discussion here and note today's question. What will be the global geopolitical impact of the Israel-Hamas ceasefire? Discuss. That's all for today's session. See you in the next episode. Thanks for watching.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.